Hi, I'm McKenna. I'm the writer of Death Bites. I wrote the show because 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with a really rare disease. It's called aplastic anemia. And this is a chronic disease that can be cured with a bone marrow transplant or with medicine and steroids over time. And my goal is to get off the medicine because I can live a normal life at a chronically low platelet count, but I will never be cured. So this show came out of me learning how to navigate the changes in my body and indulging in some self-pity where I called myself a vampire because I spent a summer getting blood transfusions. I've never seen a play, movie, or TV show that examines what it is to live with a condition like mine. Seeing it depicted on stage or screen is very rare. We definitely need more opportunities in the theater and mainstream media for disabled directors, actors, and writers because there is an audience who wants to be educated about the issues that we reflect on. I also think we need more works that center a wide variety of disabled experiences. This year, I became a cancer survivor, and I've seen cancer patients portrayed in media to no end. That's great and was very helpful for me when I was going through treatment to know that I wasn't alone. But patients with a wide variety of symptoms, diseases, and chronic conditions, I have rarely seen that, and I've been living with my chronic illness for 6 years. Final thing, if you can donate blood or platelets, please consider donating to the Red Cross at least twice a year. And if you can handle more than one IV, try donating platelets. Please register for Be the Match. Americans are underwhelmed in this worldwide database, especially people of color. Literally just Google, register, Be the Match. It's easy and free. Donate your blood, pretend you're a vampire. In this reading, we did a really great job of finding the nuance in the work and examining it closely to make sure it meant what we wanted it to be. It helped breathe fresh air into this older play of mine and updated it for our audience right now. I really feel like it fits into the current world because there are more stories about chronic illness in the mainstream media, and there is a significant effort to engage and educate communities through these stories, which I think many theater companies are doing, yet it could go further. It always can go further. We adapted this play for Zoom by rephrasing stage directions with more or less action and trying to create more of a character for the person reading these stage directions and creating more tension in a camera-based environment. Thank you so much.
Hello, and welcome to Death Bites by Makena Metz, directed by Gwynn MacDonald. My name is Kerry McMenamin, and I'll be reading stage directions and providing pre-show audio description notes. I have blonde, chin-length straight hair, and I'm wearing a purple collarless shirt. My head and shoulders are visible, and I'm in front of a green screen. The stage directions during the reading have been revised to provide visual information for blind and low vision audiences. This virtual play reading is a collaboration between Queen's Theatre and Lincoln Center's ADA30 celebration. For those of you unfamiliar with play readings, here are a few things to keep in mind as you watch Death Bites. Public play readings are an important tool in new play development. Before a new work is fully produced or published, playwrights have the opportunity to hear their play read by actors, guided by a director, in front of an audience. These actors are not asked to memorize their lines, as the dialogue is often changed during rehearsals, and the playwright listens and makes adjustments. Also, play readings are not fully produced and are usually presented without sets, lighting, and costumes. The actors place their scripts on music stands in front of them. This approach allows audiences to use their imaginations and conjure up the world of the play in their heads. Now, during the pandemic, many theaters are presenting virtual play readings. The biggest difference from public play readings is that actors and audiences are not in a shared space. Each is in their own private space. So while virtual play readings require an additional imaginative leap on the part of the audience, they can also achieve an intimacy that would be harder to access in a traditional theater space. In today's reading, the role of Amy is played by Ali Hardy. She has a round face and dark hair pulled up on her head. She is wearing a white patterned hospital gown. Her head and shoulders are seen against a blue background. She remains still throughout most of the play and rarely moves her arms. Dracula is played by Johnny Link. He has short, dark hair and a thin face and is wearing a long-sleeved black turtleneck and headphones. He gestures with his arms and hands throughout the reading, sometimes moving away from the camera, and at other times moving closer to it. He appears in front of a solid white background. The cool midnight air stirs the privacy curtain dividing the hospital room from the room's door. 21-year-old Amy's clothing, blankets, stuffed animals, and games are strewn about the room. Flowers and vases adorn the window ledge with cards and balloons that read, "Get better soon," and "Thinking of you." A man, a shadowy figure, looms over Amy, who sits upright in her hospital bed. Next to her is her dinner on a rolling tray. She's connected to a heart monitor, in which weekly beeps as they engage in a silent battle. Beep, 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 beep.
No.
No? But you are almost dead, are you not? Just a little bite.
Get out of my room before I call my nurse.
Amy, all of the nurses have been hypnotized. They will not hear you.
Go look in another den of shadows.
Amy weakly throws her juice bottle at him. She notices.
Den of shadows? Do I look like I lurk in den like bear?
Amy arms herself with various condiments and jellos, readying herself for battle.
Blood-sucking leech, let me die in peace.
I'll only, drink, a little, stop that. I use echolocation. You are literally blinding me.
You're not going to drink my blood, child of the night.
But you are dying.
I know I'm dying. It's all anybody talks about.
Then what's the harm in letting me have a little taste,
It's all I have left.
I know you're close to death. Don't you want to help poor starving vampire have teeny tiny snack, You die anyway, and I go on my merry way, never to be seen again.
Do you have to ask permission? You can't just kill me. Oh wait, you crossed the threshold.
No. I can enter a room like anyone else. The room is an extension of the hospital, therefore its whole interior is permissible. Why am I explaining this to you? I just like to ask dying people if it's okay to suck blood. I'm not the only vampire who prefers meals to be dying already. Helps with feeling guilty. Usually people say yes, they want me to drain them so they die faster. It's just part of my job, feeding myself to save world.
Saving who? You're a murderer. Get out of my room or I will start throwing things again. Wait, are those fangs even real?
I just saw dentists. Don't look at them. Their glow will literally blind you.
Okay.
Amy, I am confused. I am vampire, like you say. Garlic hating and all. I am offering you chance at good death. Better than this current death. You know your blood is almost kaput, gone. You have days left, maybe hours. I am hungry and has been long century. Let me help you.
I don't need your help. I'm just weak.
You're basically falling over. Here's a chair. Jeez.
I know my body isn't working. I can barely catch my breath. It's working so bad. Side effect, not enough blood in my body. 200 million people have this disease, and of course, they couldn't find a bone marrow match for me. Instead, I got steroids and medicine, and guess what? It wasn't enough. My body just doesn't want to produce cells. I wanted to go on adventures. See the world. Maybe travel to Asia or Europe or Australia. Backpacking through countries. Taking the train everywhere. And then one day, I'd meet a guy at a hostel in Paris. And we'd dance on the sand and drink champagne and laugh at the tourists hoping for directions from the locals. And then we'd fall in love. And we'd buy a house outside the city and raise 3 kids. Emma, Jasper, and Pierre. And then we'd retire on a farm in lavender country. And we'd milk goats and make soap. And now that possibility is just gone. My life has been hospitals and mom and dad fighting over the bills and trying to get my damn specialty medication from the pharmacy, and time is precious. And death's door is scary. Scarier than vampires being real. And I don't know what happens when you die. And so I just want to be here for as long as possible, and
Dracula is drowning in the torrent of her information.
are you even paying attention?
Are you sure you're not part vampire already? Your hypnosis seems to work quite effectively.
I think we're done here. Go out. Yep, that's it. Find another person to assuage your murderous guilt. Just the way you came in. Turn back into a bat and off you go. A happier, nay, better Dracula than before.
Oh my, I am very flattered, but you have this wrong. I am not Dracula, not the big D. No, no.
Well, sorry for the mix-up. Okay, bye.
I am a Dracula. It is a very important distinction.
Yes, I am Groot. We're Groot. We are all Dracula.
Yes, exactly. We say the plural of a Dracula is Dracula. We are all Dracula, like moose.
So let me get this straight. Every single vampire in the world is named Dracula.
Yes. Well, at first, it's tradition to honor our first creator for about the first 500 years, and everything we wear, from our devastating capes to our sharp teeth on display, and our glorious accents, and our
I knew it!
Dracula crosses his hands over his chest in a proud gesture.
It is an honor to have a fake accent for 500 years. Oh, I forgot how annoying teeny little miserable humans can be.
If the accent is fake, you probably are too. I bet the whole bat thing was just like an illusion or something, huh? Are you a street magician? Where's your partner? Putting on a turtleneck so he can perform tricks too? Or am I just that shit? And this is just like a manifestation of my like fear or something, right? A hallucination from all the medication? Like I'm afraid of you. Well, you know what? I can kill you just as easily as you can kill me. It's not a stake, but it'll have to do.
She brandishes a knitting needle.
Wow, a knitting needle, so scary. You cannot knit me. I am a Dracula. I am one of many, and I have been here for centuries, seen things you'd never even dream of. I've watched the powers that be rise and fall, observed mysteries your fragile mind couldn't even possibly handle. I've witnessed wonders and terrors and...
Amy stares at him with awe.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You could turn me.
What?
You could turn me into a vampire.
You want me to make you vampire? Undead, drinks blood, allergic to crosses and sunlight.
Absolutely.
No way. What about the murdering, the pillaging? What would your parents think?
My parents have always encouraged me to follow my dreams. They'd want me to do this. I'd get a chance at a normal, well, mostly normal life. I can help give them the golden years they deserve by, like, leaving them presents for the next 100 years or something. Anyway, I'll figure it out, and meanwhile, I can finally go on an adventure. I won't be weak or out of breath or low in my counts at all. I'd just be, undead. Is that politically correct? You said you wanted to drink my blood.
Amy, your parents would care about your body. If it just vanished, they would be miserable. My parents could not find my body, and it tore them apart. They probably thought it vanished on a plague cart or was cut up and sold as exotic meat. It must have been horrible. They had no burial mound to attend to, no grave marker to commemorate my existence. You have no idea of what watching that happen was like. Being a new vampire is terrible.
My parents deserve a life of their own, not one where all they do is take care of me. And who needs a tombstone when I could ask to be cremated? They could hold my urn every day and think about me. And I'd be around to make sure that they'd have a good life. Look, I'm already used to blood. It doesn't gross me out because of all the transfusions. I've been sick for years.
Yeah, well, murdering people is its own kind of sickness. I understand where you are coming from. Really, my life wasn't that great either. I mean, who wants to be a cartographer or tend a sheep for a living? I just don't think this is the right path for you. Being a vampire is a curse. You'll want to hurt people, and that urge takes years, if not decades, to master. It can be a very sad, lonely life. Do you think I would want that for you? Do you think I wanted that for me?
I don't know what you've been through, and I'm sorry your parents had no closure. But mine would. And then they would live. And I want to live too.
Well, being a vampire isn't living.
It'd be a new adventure. A new beginning. Isn't that what life's about? Second chance.
You're not becoming a vampire. End of discussion. I will go find new midnight snack. You know where the geriatric ward is?
Dracula disappears as Amy stabs her arm with a sharp knitting needle and bleeds. She thrusts a bloody rag towards him.
Smell that? Salty and rusty and delicious, right?
Dracula is drawn back into her room.
My tasty, warm blood. Just look at it trickling out. Juicy, red, right here for the taking. I promise it won't clot, but it will run out if you don't drink it. And then my death will be for nothing.
The odor of fresh blood mesmerizes him.
No. You are better than these animal instincts.
Let me bite you. Is that how it works? Give me your arm.
Amy, I was changed against my will. How would you like to be force-fed blood while internally drowning as an animal is feeding from you? That's why I always give people a choice when they are dying. Either I kill them painlessly, easily, or they die from their disease. Why would I want to do to anyone else what was done to me? Turn them from their normal lives, their family, their loved ones.
I understand that. You have a moral compass. I admire that. In fact, it's kind of cool that you don't go around killing people every which way. But the process of dying is not living. There's a world outside these hospital walls, and I want to see it.
He grabs Amy's wrist. His pupils dilate and his eyes start swirling red. The bloodlust almost takes him. He lets go, wiping his salivating mouth.
I will try to change you if your heart desires it. Think of this like a blood transfusion. You need my blood to replace your blood. So you drink while I drink and all's good. At least I think so.
I'll try to be good at fighting. I don't have much experience.
It's okay. Take my arm. Now don't think I'm a Twilight vampire. You won't sparkle in sunlight and shit.
They sit on the bed together, holding each other's arms.
Are you nervous?
This is my first time and all.
Just bite me.
Dracula bites Amy and her blood sprays everywhere. They both disappear from view. Dracula drinks her blood in a feeding frenzy, like a shark finding prey. Amy slowly losing consciousness. She is dying. With her remaining strength, she reaches for Dracula and they wrestle for control. Her heart monitor falls over. She finally lands a bite in his neck and takes a sip. Her heart monitor beats frantically and then Amy flatlines. Beep. Dracula drinks. Beep. He drinks. Beep. He drinks. Suddenly, Dracula reemerges. He pushes himself off of Amy, horrified at what he's done. He shakes her, wiping blood off of himself.
Amy. Hey, you okay, Amy?
Amy sits up. Lights change from fluorescent blue to warm and golden, magical. Her hospital gown is gone, and she now wears a black dress and black scarf. Her hair is down, long and flowing. She gets out of bed. Her fangs glow. She's standing tall and strong, and not the bit less tired or out of breath.
It worked.
What? You thought it wouldn't work?
It's just a delicate process.
Hey, your voice is normal.
Fuck. No, it's not. I mean, yes, it is. Completely normal accent.
Amy pulls the cords off of her heart monitor off her chest and accidentally whips the machine forward, crashing it into the wall.
Oh, shoot!
Dracula sets the machine upright.
Drill practice. You'll get used to being strong. We got to go. Someone probably heard that.
This is amazing.
You're strong enough to make the world a better place. This is now your sacred mission. Your job.
We're career Dracula? Shit.
Saving the world is in our job description. The Dracula protect the environment. Got to make sure the humans don't start hunting mermaids or harvesting magic beans again.
No freaking way.
Wait,
No need to be condescending.
are you ready? Change into bat and leave shit hospital? Shit life?
It wasn't shit. It was just hard. I was so tired all the time, it was difficult to do anything. But I guess shit happens and we reset our expectations. So if being a vampire is my new disease, then call me sick.
Whether a disease or sucking people's blood, it shouldn't hold you back from experiencing life. We have to make do with the cards we've been dealt.
Dracula opens the hospital window, punching out the screen and letting in the cold night air.
Where are we going?
Where do you want to go? The possibilities are endless.
Take me on an adventure.
You are already on it.
End of play.